5 fragrances that, in my opinion, are worth every penny. Now, I know when it comes to a lot of the more expensive designer and niche fragrances, it could be a designer brand like Gucci or Yves Saint Laurent or whatever. They do have a private line oftentimes that is going for a little bit more expensive than the traditional signature lines. Well, in the case of this list, we have a mix of both designer and niche, but I'm telling you, in my opinion, all 10 of these are worth the price tag. I'm gonna let you know what they are in just a bit, so make sure to stay tuned. Now, before I begin today's episode and I give you my thoughts on these 5 fragrances that, in my opinion, are worth the price tag, and I would 100% pay the price tag for every single one of these. And I know there's a counterpart to one of them on this list that I paid over $1,000 for. I'll tell you what it is when I reveal it, but I want to start the video off first by saying that if you're a fan of fragrance related content, and of course, if you love smelling your best, hit subscribe, hit the bell, and please give this video a thumbs up. It's free for you and it goes such a long way for me and the channel. Thank you so much for the support. So 5 fragrances that are designer or niche, right? Not respective to any particular categorization, as it were, but I think they're all worth the money. Sample them first from a place like scentsplit.com. They have samples. They make the sampling experience very simple, very streamlined. You can get a 5 ml decant, 10 ml decant, whatever your preference is. You can try it on your own skin, see how it works with your skin chemistry, and then if you like it enough and it performs well on you and you don't get bored of it, then you can commit to the purchase of a full-size bottle. But I always recommend sampling. I don't recommend blind buying. The perfume in the number 5 spot, and I had 2 bottles of this. My first one totally ran out. I ended up getting the second one because, all right, some people call it a marketing ploy or a marketing gimmick, but it said it's a triple aged batch. So I said, okay, the original is pretty strong. It's not beast mode per se, but let me see how much stronger this one is. This one by Creed is called Absolute Aventus. So yeah, this one is a little bit stronger, but it could also be because it's been left to macerate, hence the whole triple age thing. And it's such a great alternative to Aventus. And I say that because, you know, with Creed Aventus, it's been around since 2010. It's been around for 15 years now. It's so hard to imagine. They made a 10-year anniversary edition. There's been a number of flankers. There's been a women's version. There's Aventus Cologne. And then now we have Absolute Aventus. And I love this one. I think this is a great alternative to the original Aventus, especially if you're looking for a spicier expression. I know with the original, it's very bright and vivacious with that pineapple, the citrus, the apple. It's very juicy and foody and tart in the opening. This one especially takes it in a darker, more mature direction. They both smell quite manly, masculine, and sophisticated, but this one with the cardamom, the nutmeg, is a really great alternative. Now, I don't think you should go out of your way to find a triple aged batch, but I'm just saying that I think this is a fantastic fragrance worth the price tag. And I do have a lot of other perfumes that I wear, and I'm gonna be totally honest with you, I wear in place of the original. Like one of them by Atralia is called Absolute Noir, if I'm remembering correctly. I might still have it. No, I have it in my bag because I wore it to an event recently. But that one is more like a Latafa Assad mixed with this one. So there are some that have come quite close to the original, but I just really love this one. Okay, so this next one, get a sample from ScentSplit, please. This one is very expensive. So this is the Eau de Parfum. I purchased the Eau de Toilette because I went on the website and it said that there were only 100 bottles made. And I said, well, I gotta buy it. It was like a roaring 20s inspired theme with the Art Deco font on it and everything. By Roja Parfum, this is Manhattan. Now, I don't remember how much this goes for, but I do remember paying over $1,000 for the Eau de Toilette. This is the Eau de Parfum. So if you're looking for something that's gonna be a bit, I don't know how to describe it. I think this is more in the vein of like a Kilian's Angel Share or Parfum de Marly Owajan. Whereas with the Eau de Toilette, I got more of like a Tobacco Vanille by Tom Ford vibe, but this is such a wonderful, super long lasting, sophisticated, cold weather type of a scent, but it's very luxury, very upscale. And this is just a really nice, spicy, tobacco-y, slightly sweet, boozy fragrance. And yeah, once again, the aesthetic is the same, except, and I might as well show, this is the one that I paid over $1,000 for. This is the Eau de Toilette. It says Manhattan Parfum. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. Maybe this is a Parfum. I thought it said Eau de Toilette on the website. They're both equally long lasting, but this one is the limited edition. This is the one that you can still get. no need to go after this one. Even if somebody is, you know, parting with a bottle and they're charging a little more than retail, it's not worth it. Just go with this one, but it is worth every penny, in my opinion. So the next one, I discovered it when it came out. I only recently acquired a bottle, but this is so sultry, smooth, and romantic. This is a very sensual fragrance. Date night, forget about it. It's Rose and Patchouli. This one by Chris Collins is called Long Kiss Goodnight. This is one of his best, and I have a number of them. I have the new Savant Manhattan Cherry, which is this boozy cherry whiskey fragrance. It's so good. And then I also have Renaissance, which used to be called Renaissance Man, and I have like Tokyo Blue. I have a bunch of Chris Collins fragrances, but this is one that I really, really recommend. I don't think it's on ScentSplit, but if you look around, I'm sure you'll be able to get a sample somewhere. Now, this next one is brand new. I've never smelled anything like this. It's this spicy, smoky vanilla fragrance with incense. And there's a lot of incense vanilla perfumes on the market. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying this is like totally original, but I smelled this one and I fell in love with it, and it is absolutely incredible. It's brand new. I know it's available at Saks. I'm not sure where else you can find it at the moment, but if you look around enough online, I think Bloomingdale's also carries it. If you can find your way into one of those department stores, please put this very high up on your priority list. This one is a brand new fragrance by Gucci, part of the Alchemist Garden collection. It's called Vanilla Firenze. Beautiful. In the #1 spot, and this is such a beautiful perfume, especially for the ladies. Now, it's unisex, right? So it's marketed as a unisex fragrance, but there's just something about this fragrance. Every time I smell it, it has this heavenly, angelic presence and aura about it. And I know I talk about this one all the time. Forgive me, right? If I really love something, I'm gonna talk about it despite, you know, its popularity or lack thereof. You know, if I like it, I like it. And I think ultimately that's what it boils down to, right? You have to love what you wear, the way that it makes you feel, it lifts your spirits. If you resonate with it, then, you know, by all means, please continue to wear it. And this is just a gorgeous, gorgeous fragrance. It is a milky tuberose, a little powdery, it's floral, it's clean, it's angelic, it's relatively long lasting. It is such a masterpiece. Get a sample from ScentSplit. This is a one-of-a-kind perfume. Other perfumes have tried to mimic it, like Her Confession by Lattafa, which I also purchased, and I admit it's a pretty good dupe. Some people say it's a bit sweeter, and I agree. But this one by Liquide Imaginaires is called Blanche Bête. If I ever run out of this, and I've been wearing it sparingly, but you can see I put a pretty significant dent in it. I don't know if you can tell, but if and when I do run out, you better believe I'm purchasing another bottle. This is a beautiful, beautiful fragrance. Just very feminine, very heavenly, Elysian, divine, angelic, beautiful, flirtatious, sensual. Oh, it's amazing. I mean, if you haven't tried Blanche Bête by Liquide Imaginaires, like, what are you waiting for, right? So this is a masterpiece. It is a masterpiece, and that's a word that I don't throw out too often, but 5 pretty pricey fragrances that are worth the price tag. Which of these have you tried? And additionally, what would you add to this list? Are there any perfumes or fragrances, colognes, whatever designation you want to assign to them, are there any fragrances that you've tried that you would consider to be worth every penny, that even if they are going for, say, $500, once you run out, you would repurchase? I would love to hear from you. Let me know what you think. Drop a comment down below. And of course, if you took anything of value from this episode, I would really appreciate it if you would consider supporting the channel by clicking subscribe, hitting the bell, and giving this video a thumbs up. It would really mean a lot to me. So thanks again for watching. I love you all, and we'll see you tomorrow with a new episode. Bye.